So, welcome back to Grounded, home of mindfulness, meditation, self exploration. Now, I really want to talk a little bit on what it is to be free, to be truly free. And so, the first thing that I want to convey is what is true freedom? What is true liberation? What does it mean to be truly free? Now, the problem I have when conveying such messages of truth, of wisdom, is that you can only grasp the level from which I speak by the level in which you're at within yourself. But the key is to be truly open, to not understand but to just receive. So I want to talk a little bit on freedom and what it is to be awakened, what it is to be illuminated, what it is to be free within. And this isn't something that is a gift that only certain people can obtain. In fact, it's not even a gift. And it's a realization of your own nature. The only difference between me and somebody else that hasn't realized their own nature is the realization itself. So to be truly free is to realize your own nature. Now I can use words to convey what freedom is or what freedom points to. But the words are only ever pointers. Don't be attached to the words, but be open to the energy from which the words are spoken. So, complete freedom is the realization of your own true nature, which is the part of you, the biggest part of you, the part that you are more than anything, that is aware of your state of being out of existence. So the greatest part of you is out of existence, is not subject to the world, is not subject to your emotions, is not subject to your thoughts. The greatest part of your being is that in which all of these are arising. Now, what limits us is our attachment to these thoughts, our attachment to these emotions, which means we have given thoughts and emotions credibility. We have given thoughts and emotions substance. We have given thoughts and emotions importance. Now, that importance was important at one point. And the importance of them thoughts and emotions was when you was in relation to your parent, when you was in relation to your primary caregivers. Our sense of self is developed through that fundamental relationship in our childhood. And the reason why that was given importance is because we was dependent upon the person, our carer, our parent, whoever that primary person was. We was dependent upon them for our own survival. Now, when you really look at your sense of self, at your thoughts, at your emotions, they are in relation to people. They are in relation to the world. And they served a purpose in our childhood to keep us close, to keep us safe, to keep us protected. So our sense of self, which people call ego, had a purpose. Now that purpose only served one thing, and that was to keep us safe. So if you take a moment to look at how you're relating to others and how you're relating to the world, you're doing it for one reason, and that is to keep you safe. But then it's in this relation to the world and in this relation to people that we hold ourselves to for the rest of our lives. And it's at that point when it doesn't serve us. It's at that point when it is harmful. It is that point where it holds us back from knowledge of our true selves, knowledge of love, of true love, knowledge of life, true life. And this is where emotional maturity comes from. Because this sense of self that was in relation to that primary caregiver developed in a way that become unhealthy for us. And then that and those filters then become the way you perceived reality, the way you perceive the world. So how you're perceiving reality and how you're perceiving the world is through how you perceived that initial relationship. So you're not actually relating everyday life as life is. You're relating as you had to be to that primary caregiver. Now, unless you awaken out of this conditioning, you're never truly free. Because that conditioning is that relationship. That conditioning is what is creating the world you see. And you can never be free when you are relating to the world through your conditioning. Now this is a generational thing. This conditioning is generational. And so it's said that the father's sins shall be passed to the son. And it's this relation that you have that is what covers over your freedom. Your infinite nature, the realization of consciousness, the realization of that which you was, that pure, clean slate. The infinite nature of that is freedom from that conditioning. Freedom from your relation with the world, your relation with others. And it's that relation with others and that relation to the world that no longer serves you. Because you are not relating through love. You are not relating through consciousness. You are not relating through life. You are relating through that primary relationship with that primary caregiver. And so freedom, true freedom, is when that conditioning, that relating to the world, that relating to others, is no longer related to. And instead of relating to the conditioning, which is your past, which is your emotions, which is your thought, you are relating to life. And life is not a relationship with the external. Life is a relationship with the internal, a relationship with the source of it all. But to realize the source of it all, which is where the freedom is, first we have to shed the conditioning, which is your relation, the way you relate to the world and to others now, which is only ever the way you related to your primary caregiver, which no longer serves you. And as you shed the conditioning, you grow in awareness, spiritual, conscious awareness of life. And life is out of existence. Life is what is behind the whole of existence. Life is what holds existence together. So you are relating with the source rather than relating to people, relating to the external world. You relate to the source. And it's in relationship to the source that you are free of the conditioning, that you are aware of the infinite nature, and that I am not this body, I am only a temporary expression of life through this body. What I truly am is untouchable, is infinite, is endless, and it is but pure love, pure connectedness, pure union. And when you relate to that, you are truly free. Truly alive, truly awake, truly at one with all. There is no me and another. There is but I. And when you can realize the I within yourself, you realize the I within existence, within the pillow, within the light, within the wood, within the ceiling. Because once you realize life within, you realize life external. There is only life. And life is everything and everyone. It's the beating heart of the one intelligence, expressing as many. And only that can give you the freedom that you seek. Only that can give you the contentment that you wish to discover. Only that can set you free. To the next one, much love.